If you want to have my or my team's assistance in choosing your equipment, I have prepared something for you. I know that choosing the equipment for your video recording for the first time is challenging and it's time-consuming, so I have a system to help you. Despite understanding what equipment do you need, which purpose is which equipment, there are so many products on the market that your hand will be turning round and round by just trying to choose which brand do you want to purchase, the prices and everything. It's a lot. So to assist you in this, I have developed a simple equipment sheet that will help you to fill it in, share with me, and I can review your choice and give you advice if you need to change something or what you have chosen is good. Once you have table filled in, I will check what is your equipment choice, check the resource, the shop you are purchasing from, ensure the quality and the price are reasonable. We'll see if equipment suits your circumstances and the space you have chosen for your shooting and recording, and suggest you to change some items in the list if there is something better. How it works. I'm sharing with you the table that you can download or find in Google Sheets by following the link under this video, and you will go to this table, fill in 3 options per each product in case you are purchasing them. In some cases you are not purchasing but you want to do some DIY stuff. It's up to you. In any case, you can share everything you want to do and share with me the links to the products and also write the prices so that I can see what expense do you have, and also it's good to know what budget do you have. Do your research, fill it in with all details, share it with me as online doc so that we can collaborate. You need to ensure that you will open this document for use by the link. So you know my email, you can allow me to be the editor, but you need to have editing rights to me because I will be making notes there. I might add another option of the equipment for you to replace what you have chosen. Once we are good with the choice, you can go on and purchase everything you need. That is not necessary for everyone. It's only an assistance for those who feels like you need this type of assistance. So if you already are experienced, if you have purchased equipment in the past, if you just want to upgrade, you want to have my opinion, you can share this file too. But I need you to understand that it's not a requirement. Only if you want my assistance, you are filling it in and you're sending it to me. Now, how to use the equipment sheet. Okay, so this is the equipment sheet that you see in front of you. You will have 2 sheets here. You have the sheet that is called equipment, that the tab is visible over here below, and the tab that is called space. What are those? The equipment is where you add your links and you share with me what you have chosen, and the space is where you describe what kind of circumstances or space do you have. Like by circumstances, what do I understand? For example, you have dogs, large dogs that do not listen to you, so you can have dog running just in between of the cords of equipment. It can be dangerous for a dog, or you have kids. Also, don't forget there are a lot of cords. Even if you turn off the equipment from the power supply, you still have the cords, and you shouldn't allow kids to be around because they can have this around their neck. It's dangerous. Don't do this. So little bit about circumstances I would like to cover is that if you have circumstances in which you have to collect your equipment totally or partially, for example, if you have kids, you definitely have to collect cords. The cords can be disconnected from your equipment. It's not good to do it all the time, but you can either disconnect them or leave them as they are, but you wrap them and you make them secure, not accessible by the kids. In other cases, if you want to leave it, you leave your equipment. What I do, my equipment, I have it on all the time. I just turn off the power. It takes a lot of space, and in this space I work sometimes, so I just shift them to the right, to one corner, and when I'm ready to record, I take them back to their positions. I know what are the positions. So that's what I mean by circumstances. Can you have a corner that no one touches? Can you have the equipment on without collecting it? Now, when you have equipment that you have to collect, you need to understand that it has to be comfortable for you to collect. Where are you going to store it? So you have to think about these things, and you can share this with me so that I can help you to make a choice. So these are the questions that you need to reply to, and here is the answers you are filling in. I'm not reading. You now should understand what questions I'm asking, because I have explained to you why space matters. And now the equipment itself, it is divided to key light, light stand for key light, fill light, light stand for fill light, backlight, microphone, tripod, diffuser or softbox, and reflector. Either you buy it all or you buy it partially and use DIY tools to create reflector or something, or softbox. It's up to you. What I need here, I need to see what's your choice. Even if you have something DIY, write it to me. You are not sharing the link, but you need to write that this will be DIY. In case for key light you choose the fluorescent light and you want to buy sockets separately and stand separately, then you can share the links to all this equipment separately. If you buy a kit, let's say the light, it has the softbox, the stand and the light. For example, it's LED panel. Then you might not need to buy additional stand for it. So you don't need to show me the stand separately. That is why in the type column, I have this notes. It says, if it is included in the light package, we're talking about light stand. If it's included in light package, leave it blank. And if you purchase it separately, write the length. Here, I need you to write the length. Here is just editable stuff. But if you want to share with me the key light, I need to understand what type of the key light. So here you have the drop down menu. It's fluorescent LED bulb, LED panel, or 4 sockets if not included in fluorescent light kit. So in case you are buying fluorescent light bulb separately and sockets for fluorescent light and you want to set it up all on your own as a DIY, so provide me with this information with the link separately. Same for the fill light. You might choose different lights, but I don't recommend to have different lights because they have different kelvins, so it's better to have the same lights. If you choose fluorescent, have fluorescent for both lights. If you choose LED, have LED for both lights. It's better to have the same model. And if you just choose one light, have one strong light and a reflector. But before you do so, you have to check if your face likes this setup. Let's say for my face, this setup to have light from this side coming and reflector filling in my shadows is not good, because I have here the shadow that it cannot be corrected. So I need the light to go into this space so that I don't look like I'm concerned all the time. So for me, this light wouldn't work. That's why I need 2 lights. I need standard setup. If you decide to have dramatic setup, you want to have just one key light and the diffuser, you have to test it and see if your face likes this kind of setup. So here, coming back to this document, everything is clear. Here is the same for fill light. You have a stand light requirement here. The backlight, I didn't provide the equation what will hold this light, because it doesn't matter that much what will hold this light. Now, microphone, you have 3 options over here for microphone as well: lavalier, table, microphone, and shotgun. And then to the tripod, you just write the lens so that I understand how you are going to set up. So if it's a short tripod, I understand that you need to set it up on the table that will be a little bit far from you. And the diffuser and softbox, it's clear. You need to diffuse your light. Sometimes this is in your light kit is included. Sometimes you have to do it separately, like I bought separately my umbrellas. And the last is reflector, in case you will use reflector for the fill light. All right, if you don't buy reflector, you don't feel it. And that's it. When you are done, you share this with me. And the last, I would like to cover some recommendations regarding purchasing. Okay, so when you choose the equipment for the first time, you don't know what to expect. What is there on the market? Research takes time and everything. Let me recommend you something. Number 1, understand that choosing the equipment can take you a few days. So you shouldn't expect that you just dedicate 1 hour, you go online and boom, you have purchased everything. There is a lot of competition on the market. So you will see a lot of advertisement, a lot of shops. Even if you go to just Amazon, you will get lost there. So sometimes it takes more than 1 hour, and it's okay. So don't worry if you spent one half day and you didn't choose anything. Rest, come back tomorrow, and it's gonna work for you, because it will be a little bit less chaos. The next advice is do not drag it for too long, because also choosing your equipment for too much time, like for 1 week, for what? Don't try to be super perfect in choosing your equipment. Don't try to find perfectly fitting equipment with the best price, because you will waste valuable time. Maybe you will find the best price, but the time will be lost, and we are on intensive program. You cannot lose time. So dedicate just up to 2 days, make your choice, send me the file. Make optimal choice as fast as possible, and I will give you feedback. Don't hesitate, purchase everything. Don't worry, you will come back to purchasing equipment later when you have income from your products. Another advice is start with the budget, because the budget is basis for everything. There is the prices for equipment, they start from $5 to $5,000 for the same equipment. So you don't want, like I'm talking for example about microphone. You can buy microphone with $5 and you can buy microphone with $2,000. So you need to start with the budget, and then you see how you can give priority to one equipment to buy better quality of this equipment and lower quality of another equipment. But it's not the final decision of your life. You will change it whenever you have opportunity in the future. Another reminder is remember DIY. Remember that you don't need to purchase everything if you are on low budget. So try to find solutions from the video that I've shared on how to create these products on your own. And do it fast also, don't drag it. Make it fast. Equipment shouldn't take you ages. And the last is have a wish list, because you are spending so many hours on finding the equipment. If you spend so many hours, let's make it productive. So you will see on the way to find your equipment you can afford now, something that is better and you would like to have later. So you have a wish list, add it to the list, and come back to it in half year's time and purchase it when you have income. I hope this helped you. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.